A lot of people, this sounds very complicated. The Procedure Committee, very powerful committee, has powers to investigate. What exactly is the Labour Party calling for?
The Labour Party is calling for transparency, honesty and openness on this. We need to know exactly when the Prime Minister knew about these parties, whether he instigated the parties, whether when he made his apology to the House, it was actually in the light of that information. But most significantly, when he denied on the floor of the House that he knew about this or that he was there, was that, and in the word that you and I can use here but you cannot use on the floor of the House, was that a lie?
And that is the crucial question here, because of course people are allowed to inadvertently mislead Parliament. Yeah. Many people have done that in the past. Many ministers have done that in the past. The question is, was it a deliberate misleading of Parliament? And Boris Johnson maintains that at the time he thought that the events that he went to were within the rules.
Well, look, he's got form on this one. Unfortunately, he's had to, he's admitted to lying when he was the Brussels correspondent. He's admitted to lying on when he was the editor of The Spectator. He's admitted it in the past. And he's bluffed and blustered his way through. And to be fair, it actually resonates with a lot of people. They think good old Boris is, it doesn't matter too much about these petty rules. Well, in Parliament it does matter. It really does matter. And when you think about so many occasions, I mean, obviously the Christine Keeler Profumo affair, do you remember? Lying, to lie in the nude may be terribly rude, but to lie in the House is a scandal. And it is that lying in the House. And you can dress it up with, the Churchillian expressions about terminological inexactitude. It's not really a lie. But the fact is, if the Prime Minister... This is, don't forget, the first Prime Minister ever in our history to have actually been found guilty, by the police and actually fined. If he's actually lied, then he's in trouble. But look, Tom, I was in the House in Gordon Brown's time when we could actually see the tide going out. We could actually see the ebb of confidence moving away from him. I was there back in the 90s when we saw John Major. We could see it was... I think I get the same sensation now with Boris. And I think it's interesting that you put your finger on it earlier on when you actually said, is this putting it off? Because the Sue Gray report, and it's like waiting for Godot. I mean, heaven knows when we're going to get the Sue... It's probably going to be the Christmas edition when we see it. But to put it off simply delays the execution. It is a stay of execution.